The Bold and Beautiful, show 4932, VTR 10/5/2006.
How ridiculous is this? This is so much BS, Nick.
My mother's lying in a hospital bed, not knowing what tomorrow will bring.
Nick, we all want to resolve this as badly as you do. But for us to sell you Forrester Creations?
Well, I think it's a small price to pay for what she did.
You're crazy.
Am I? Well, it may not seem so crazy. If you look at me as the man who can keep you out of prison.
You are making progress, Mrs. Morone.
It's just the headaches. I mean, my skull is splitting.
I know. All I can do right now, though, is prescribe more pain medication. Well, hello, doctor.
Hi, Dr. Hillman. Well, I've heard your speech is back. Physically, you seem to be doing much better.
We had a little walk around the room.
Wow.
I stood up and then sat down.
It's definitely a start.
I'll check back this evening, okay?
Thank you, Dr. Hillman.
Yeah.
You're in very good hands with Dr. Hillman.
Bridget? Keep visiting me.
Of course I will. Jackie, you know how much I care about you. Where's Nick? You do know that he's been here full time since your fall.
Wasn't a fool. Stephanie pushed me. And Nick is gonna make sure she pays for it.
Nick, we've all listened to your ridiculous pitch. The answer is no.
My offer's not good for long.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Enjoy prison.
Mr. Morone, no laws have been broken yet.
Oh, blackmail is legal all of a sudden?
This isn't blackmail. It's a fair trade.
Oh, yes, it is. It's blackmail. You either get the company or I go to jail.
I'm making you a fair offer and you know it.
We'll have 2 appraisals done. Split the difference.
We will never sell to you.
We'll make sure that you can handle the consequences.
All right, hold it, Nick. Well, look, you've made your point. Now be reasonable.
Reasonable? Eric, yesterday I sat there watching my mother try to form a few simple sentences. And I'm here in peace today. I consider that reasonable.
Nick, surely you do realize I feel terrible about your mother's injuries.
Well, then why don't you show me, Stephanie? You sit behind that desk and you draw up sales contracts.
I'm never going to do that.
Your entire stake in your family's company, right here in my hand. Or I'll make sure that they throw that key away after they lock the cell door.
Making them sell Forrester Creations, and in return you won't press criminal charges. Jackie, I'm not a lawyer, but it certainly sounds like extortion.
What she did was a crime.
Do you really want to run a fashion house?
Gets Brooke away from Ridge. From the Forresters.
You really think my mom's going to go back to Nick, don't you?
Stephanie broke them up.
Stephanie didn't do it alone. Nick certainly played a part in that. I played a part, and my mom, and Bridget. Jackie, it doesn't feel right at all.
Look what she's done to me. I'm never gonna be the same. That has to cost her something.
I need to page Dr. Hillman's stats.
Nick, I'm very sorry that your mother is suffering, and I'm sorry that it happened in our home. No one's denying there was an argument and that it became physical.
With a very ugly ending.
But it was not a premeditated act of violence.
However, the law still allows for compensation, Eric.
This doesn't have anything to do with compensation, does it?
It's all an empty threat. No jury's ever going to convict my mother for an accident.
Well, Donna's willing to take an oath that says my mother was pushed on purpose.
Well, Donna's a liar. But I have a question I'd like to ask you. Where does Brooke fit into this little scheme of yours? Let me guess. Working alongside you, your faithful wife and helpmate? Just the way you have always wanted it, right?
Wherever Brooke winds up, she'll be a lot better off without you around. And God willing, my mother will run Forrester.
Oh.
Nick, I think you're forgetting. I already own controlling interest in the company.
Actually, no, you don't. You've got the 50% Stephanie gave you. The 2% that I bought from Taylor was bought in the Maroney Industry name. It's not community property.
You bought it for me.
As long as we're married, it's yours. Seeing as that's not the case, I'm keeping it.
Can I have a word with you? Alone.
Well, as soon as you get Dr. Hillman's okay, I need you here immediately. Thanks.
Oh.
Jackie, I'm so sorry, but the nurse will be here shortly and she will give you more medication.
It's addictive, isn't it?
Of course it is. They all can be, which is why you need to reduce any outside factors in your life so that your headaches don't become worse or more frequent. Like, threatening to put Stephanie Forrester in jail is a bad idea.
You taking her side?
Jackie, it's not about taking sides. Of course not. I care about you and Nick. You're just letting your anger make you do something that you wouldn't normally do.
Do not try to talk me out of this.
You need to listen to me. You have a period of recuperation in front of you, and it might be a long one. You don't need to poison it with bad feelings about Stephanie.
She's a bad person. For the first time ever. She's going to pay for what she's done. It's going to cost her.
Mother, I hope you realize we're behind you with everything we've got. Every Forrester resource. We're going to fight this to the end.
We're not going to let anyone put you in jail, Stephanie. I want you to start working on a settlement offer right away.
All right, but my impression is that at this juncture, Mr. Maroney isn't interested in listening to anything less than you're selling him Forrester Creations at market value.
Yeah, well, that definitely is not going to happen.
Well, that's why I say let things cool down a little.
He's not going to cool down.
Eric's right. You can't negotiate with people when they're that emotional.
Okay, Mother, what are we talking about here?
I'm thinking about his mother. Jackie is suffering, and I'm sure she's frightened about her future, but she's always been reasonable. She may be the best person to rein Nick in.
And where would you be going?
Gonna go to the hospital.
That's not a good idea.
Stephanie, anything you say to her could work against you.
I'll be careful.
Why do I always worry when she says stuff like that?
You're right, I did originally buy this 2% for you. But it was supposed to be used to kick these people out of this company.
I couldn't do it. There's no company without them.
Well, that's what they want you to believe. I don't.
Nick, you can't run Forrester Creations. You're too busy running Maroney Industries.
When my mother recovers, she'll run the company. Along with you if you so choose. We'll get new designers with fresh ideas.
Why? Ridge is doing some of his best work right now.
Brooke, you've made some decisions for yourself. Decisions you needed to make, and I respect them. Well, now I need to do the same. And this decision's been made.
Just take the edge off.
We've done everything we can surgically. Her motor reflexes are there. Her speech centers are obviously working and improving quickly.
What about the headaches?
Well, those I'm worried about. I mean, at worst, they could evolve into one of several forms of epilepsy, and even if they don't, she could wind up on painkillers or anti-seizure drugs.
Are you saying for the rest of her life?
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Jeez. Well, thank you, Doctor.
I'll keep you in the loop, all right?
Please
all right.
do. Thank you so much, Leslie. Hey, do you feel a little better?
Yeah, I really don't want to get hooked on this stuff, though.
Well, you won't if you just listen to me and listen to your body. Jackie, it's really not your job to bring Stephanie Forrester to justice. What is your job is to lay here and relax, recuperate, and stay in a really positive frame of mind.
Hello, Bridget.
What are you doing here?
I came to see how you are.
Stephanie, I don't think that's such a good idea. She's very tired.
I won't say anything that will upset her.
And I can get help if I need it. It's okay. If you're here to apologize, you can save your breath. All is not forgiven. I will never, ever forgive you for this.
My mother-in-law. For a very brief time.
Bridget Forrester, I'd like to ask you to marry me.
In my wildest dreams, I never thought I'd see the day someone would change me.
Say it again.
That I love you.
I feel so alive. I'm just not the same me.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
The sun passion. Your every breath I take, you're my sole reason. I laugh, I cry, I live, I die, and I love.
I wish we could do it all over again.
Think about this. It's a chance for you to run Forrester Creations, free of that family. The company you love. And you'll be running it with my mother. I'm willing to do this for you.
You really think Stephanie, Eric, and Rich are gonna just hand it over to you?
I could have that woman put away and you know it. This is a chance for them. They can cash out and make amends for Stephanie's past.
They won't do it.
Well, I guess we'll see.
This threat of Nick's can't work. Can it? I mean, Mother didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Yes, but do you have a witness who'll testify to that? They've got someone who'll swear that she did. Ridge, juries are unpredictable. They tend to believe eyewitnesses. They like to side with the underdog.
But don't you have to actually have someone prove intent to do harm?
Yes, beyond a reasonable doubt, but that's very subjective. And don't forget, no matter what a jury decides, there's the publicity angle. By the time a case like this gets dragged through the legal system, a respected brand name can be damaged beyond repair.
I don't really give a damn about that. I think the relevant question here is, can they really put my mother behind bars?
Well, aggravated assault does carry a jail term in this state, and there's a lot of pressure these days to make sure that the law is applied to everyone equally.
Well, Stephanie can be diplomatic when she chooses to be. She's talking to Jackie right now. Maybe she's apologizing.
Mother, apologize, please. Even if she did, I think you're underestimating Jackie. Jackie's out for blood just like Nick is.
So how are you feeling, Jacqueline? Dizzy? Headaches?
Oh, you've fallen 15 feet onto marble, have you? Landed on your head?
No, I haven't, Jacqueline.
Then you have no idea.
You're right, I don't. We've never gotten along, but I certainly never wanted for you to ever physically be harmed. I mean, let's be reasonable.
Are you here to apologize?
I'm sorry it happened.
Not the same thing.
If I could do things differently, would I? Of course. That's the definition for sorry.
No, the definition for sorry is that you feel bad. You don't. You're just here because Nick came to see you and he told you what we wanted.
Well, yes, I'm worried that you're both losing your minds.
And you're going to lose your company or your freedom.
For an accident?
Donna saw it. It wasn't an accident.
I don't care what Donna thinks that she saw. Jackie, I love my family, I love my company, just as much as you love yours. You're angry. You have every right to be. I can see that you're in pain. I'm sure you're frightened about your future, but eventually your body's going to heal and everything's going to return to normal. So what do you want to do? You want to go to court? You want to prosecute? A jury's going to sit there, look at you, say, there's nothing wrong with her. I honestly think that you're just overreacting now.
Am I? Then why are you here trying to crawl out of the trouble that you damn well know you're in?
Because on a simple human level, I'm concerned about you.
You know what it just astounds me about you is that you are so caught up you're in a world that you just don't see how transparent you are. You are a bully. And this is how it is with bullies. They're as tough as nails until their day of reckoning. And then you plead. And you apologize. And you try to make deals. Well, not this time. Finally. You are going to be held accountable for what you did. And if it means losing your company, then so be it. Because I'm not going to let you bully anyone ever again.